Namaste. My name is Samidha, founder of Yogsutras. This session 20-minute reset, breath led movement, asks you to pause for a moment. This is not about pushing or performing, it's about resetting. In this practice, the breath leads and the body follows. We'll move through gently with awareness, letting the natural breath guide every movement. No fixing, no forcing, just 20 minutes to settle the nervous system, restore energy, and reset your day. Find comfortable space and begin by just noticing your breath as it is. And don't forget to click subscribe and get access to more videos on wellness. Hope you enjoy this session. Let us begin by bringing in the awareness of the natural breathing. Without making any modifications, we will first just feel our natural breath. And to do that, gently close your eyes after settling down in the posture that you're most comfortable. So you could opt sitting with simple crossed legs. You could sit in Vajrasana. Or any meditative pose that you're most comfortable and would not be distracted. By closing the eyes, you will automatically distance yourself from any distraction from the surrounding. Allow yourself to be with your inhale from the nostril right to the belly, and be with your exhale from the belly that it rises up and out of the nostril. 3 breaths to check yourself onto the mat, into the practice here and now. And once you feel the breath becomes seamless, take your focus to the base of the spine and start to align the spine for the posture which enhances the free flowing of the breath. Relaxed shoulders, and align the upright spine with the neck. If the head is a little forward, just glide it a little behind, chin parallel to the floor, face gentle, and the grip of your eyes and the lips to be really soft. And keep the gaze of your eyes very soft, not intense. Once you align your posture, while your breath is becoming more rhythmic, now let us loosen up the parts which sometimes become tight, stiff, or heavy. So first try to loosen up the hips, the lower back, the thighs, the knees, the calves, the feet. And take that extra measure to even loosen up your palms. We unconsciously grip them. And once again, loosen up your arms like as if you're passing through liquid. Once again, roll the shoulders down, make them easy. Relax your chest, your abdomen. And then once again, take your awareness to the neck to keep it as easy as possible. And now with the posture which is upright, breath which is rhythmic, and body which is loosened. We've created that first level of awareness of the natural breath. And at least 3-4 breaths with this integration are meant to bring you on the mat here and now. We will now use the awareness of the natural breath, and we will use the physical movement of the body to prepare it for the next level. So gently open your arms, your palms going a little apart, keeping that aligned posture, that looseness in the body. Lift the arms on an inhale. You can look up to feel the interlinked fingers and gently align your head between the arms, going on the right side. It is a lateral stretch. So we're lifting the left lung. And we are going to take at least 3 inhales and 3 exhales in this stretched posture. And don't allow your knees to rise up. Once again, press them onto the ground. Inhale and exhale in this posture. This is more for the breath than the physical stretch, but we are using the movement to align the breath, make it more free-flowing. And slowly on the upcoming inhale, we recenter and prepare to flow on the next side. We follow the same set of instructions, align the head, at least 3 inhales and 3 exhales. We're now working on the right lung. Allow and let your knees be well pressed on the ground. So it's like you're working with your torso, your upper body, while you keep the legs giving you the stable base so that you can use your upper body. And slowly, when you recenter, take your palms still interlinked behind your head. Align your chin parallel to the floor. And allow this opening. And lift your arms. And bring your palms back onto your thigh. Inhale and exhale. We will now flow into the other posture where we will again use the opening up of the chest, and which is extremely important to set this physical premises where you can choose to just fold your legs and you start to flow down. You can even keep your knees bent and you can still flow down. And organize and open up your arms above the head. You can start slowly letting your palm catch hold of the opposite elbow. And this lets you further open up. There's a little bit of arch that happens in your spine. As your chest is pulled up, there's an arch in your spine which is intentional. We always feel the breath much more when we are in a horizontal position. So you might be able to relate, you might be able to feel the breath
more when you are lying horizontally than that you were sitting or if you were standing. Inhale and exhale. Feel your core. Feel your belly. On an inhale that it rises up, on an exhale it collapses. It allows you to feel the breath much more than any other place. Sitting or standing, horizontal lying down and feeling your breath is most impacting. Very gently, we now start to disengage the arms. We will allow the arms to come back. We fold onto that one side to prepare and rise up. We once again settle down. Allow the breath to return to its normal. And now we will do conscious breathing, which means that we will step up from being aware of the natural rhythm of the breath. We will now understand and practice conscious breathing. The first one being abdominal breathing. So abdominal breathing is when the breath comes right into this region and we allow ourselves to be with an inhale and the exhale, where we are focusing on this entire abdominal region. So the best way could be to place the palms on the belly, align your posture, settle down in a place which gives you and sets you with your natural rhythm to start with. Loosen up the body like we did in the beginning. We align the posture. We allow the breath first to return to its natural rhythm. And consciously now we are going to inhale while we allow the breath to reach the deepest point in the abdomen. Feel the rise of the abdomen. And when we exhale, we make sure that we have that complete exhale and we feel that emptying out. Here I would like to suggest that after inhale and after exhale, bring in that 1 or 2 seconds of a pause. That's like you break from an inhale and you open up into an exhale, and you break the exhale and you begin the inhale. To be able to feel that, it's a good idea to park, take a second or two, and then get into the next part. That will allow you to be more aligned with your breath. So let's place the palms first. Now, while you do this 3 more times, I will help you with the reminders of lead, volunteer, steer your breath right up to the abdomen, which means it is conscious breathing. You exceed your natural breath. Bring in that pause of a second or two. And then when you start exhaling, feel with your palms the squeeze of the belly, and feel that emptying out of every piece of breath. So you have consciously deepened your inhale, you've lengthened your exhale. By making that, you actually bring in more oxygen. You empty out better, so you breathe even better. So conscious breathing sets the premises of a calmer interior, of the feeling of the energy from within. So at least 3 times that you're with your inhale, at pause, the breaking point for a second or two before you begin your exhale, and the same treatment after you finish your exhale. And this is abdominal breathing, which means that you take it onto the longest route. You consciously, you volunteer this breath. Once you finish 3 of them, you can just return by placing your palms back onto your thighs. You can reorganize your posture if you feel the spine alignment needs a little repair. And the next type of conscious breathing that we are going to look at is thoracic breathing. In the thoracic breathing, it is something that all of us experience when suddenly there's a demand of more breath required by the body for 2 reasons. One, that you are in some form of activity which is exhausting physically, or it can be a condition like asthma, or it can be that you're stressed. And instantly the longer breath becomes shorter. So how we could just allow ourselves to feel this is that we can just place our palms aligned to our chest, and let us just try to feel it by opening up and expanding the chest. So this is the region which is the thoracic region. And when you exhale, it returns. So it's shorter breath. It lasts usually for shorter durations because it is meant for a specific reason. And then you return to your natural pattern. But you will still find some people breathe shallow. So this is where we are only focused here. We're not really getting into the abdomen breath. And this is just for you to know what it is. And one of the breathing techniques we will practice, which will give us a chance to actually experience it through that technique as to what it means to have a shorter breath. We will then look at another technique, which is yogic breathing. And yogic breathing is a combination of abdominal breathing and thoracic breathing. So it's like you breathe till your breath lands into your abdomen. You then start to fill up the chest, and you have the whole breath. And when you empty, you first evacuate the chest, and then you empty out the abdomen. And that is yogic breathing. Now, to get to this breath work, there are enough and ways through means of techniques that we practice this. But technically, the yogic breathing is where we use the thoracic and we also combine the abdomen. So it is the breath which completely fills in, and there is a sequence that is followed.